Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to do a quick tutorial and show you how I created this little envelope pouch. It's really pretty. It's using the Subtles range and the colour that I've used is Pink Pirouette, and I've used the Pink Pirouette Subtles range DSP paper and also the Subtles range ink. Pink Pirouette, so that it all coordinates and it all looks pretty, apart from the black ink, which is Memento. Black Tuxedo. My brain went then for a minute. So it's a really pretty envelope. It's really easy to make and it just lifts open, and what it holds, or what I have made it to hold, is these little sachets, these little fragrance sachets that I'm going to be sending out as gifts. They've got a little hanger on, you know, you can put them in your wardrobe or in your lace drawer to keep your things smelling fresh. And it just fits nicely inside there. And then this just tucks underneath this little circular punch that I've created. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did. So I'm using the envelope punch board. And I decided that the size of envelope that I wanted, because I measured my sachet and just went slightly larger, so I needed 3.5 by 5, which then on the punch board it tells you what size paper you need to cut, and it said 7.25 by 7.25. Have I got that right? Yep. And then you punch at 3 1/8. So I've already cut my paper to save time. So I put my paper in and I line it up to the 3 1/8 mark, which is there, and then punch. Mine isn't a Stampin' Up one. I've had mine a long time before I joined Stampin' Up, but they're the same. They're the same things, and if you get one, you won't be able to put it down. They are awesome fun. There's literally thousands of tutorials on YouTube, on Pinterest, of all different things that you can do with these. They're not restricted to just envelopes, not by a long shot, and they're awesome fun to play with. I love making bows on them. You can make boxes on them. People have done all sorts of things, you know, using their imagination. Some people are better than others. I like to go on Pinterest and borrow all of their ideas. Right, so I'm just going to round the corner off, because at the back here you've got a corner rounder, which is really good. I've had mine a long time, it's never gone blunt. And so I'm rounding off all of those corners. Now I can move that to one side. And I've got my envelope shape here. So I'm going to score all of the lines. Main shot. I just need to zoom out slightly. I do apologise, and I'm sorry for the shadow. It's a really glum day. It's really disappointing. It's the summer holidays and I wanted to be out and about, you know, with the dogs and with Alexia, because we do live in a lovely part of England and the weather's just rubbish. It's just seems so unfair. Right, so that's all of those scored. Now I like to fold mine right and then left. That's just how I do it. So I'm just going to use my fuse, because it's paper to paper. The fuse will be, not fuse, snail, I do apologise. Fuse is for cardboard, snail is for paper. So I'm just going to do it on there and on that, and then I'm just going to make sure it's not overlapped, as sometimes it does, and then I'm going to go that side, and I'm just going to put a little bit just on that point of that one. Oops, got it upside down, just to hold it at that side as well. Okay, so that's created my envelope. So I'm not going to use it in the traditional way, that way. I'm going to use the side bit as my opening. This idea is nothing new, it's been used before. Now I'm going to show you how I created all of the embellishment for this. As you can see, it just nicely fits my little smelly pouch in. So the first thing that I did was I got my Pink Pirouette ink, and I got the Ladybug stamp, which is in the Hostess set. If you host a workshop for a Stampin' Up demonstrator, or if you spend over £150 and get Stampin' Up rewards, you can choose this set. It's really cheap. I think it's only about £8 and it's great fun. So if you're purchasing and you end up with Stampin' Up rewards, I'm falling over me own teeth. Check out the hostess stamps because you'll be able to get them, but that's the only way you can get them. You can't buy them normally. And it's so cute, I love it. You've got the little ladybugs and the little frog, and you've got hedgehogs, and it's just awesome. I absolutely adore it. So I'm going to punch out a circle, and I'm using a 1.5 inch inferior non-Stampin' Up circle punch, I'm afraid. I do apologise. I don't have every measurement as yet, but I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. I want them all, I want everything. So I've punched that out, and now I'm going to gently ink up my ladybug stamp, and then just gently pop that onto my little circle. Like so. It's a very subtle colour, but it matches, obviously everything matches, so you can't really go wrong. And what I'm also going to do, because it's got a harsh white edge, I'm just going to ink it with my Stampin' Up sponge, and I'm just going to flick that over the edge just to take that harshness off, like so. Love that, that's fine. Just move that out of the way a second. And then I'm going to put this little stamp on dimensionals. So get a dimensional here. I'm just going to put it in the centre. I've got stamping on the back because I'm reusing from practicing. I'm not wasting cardstock. And then I'm going to assess where I want it to go, because I want this to keep the envelope closed. So I'm lining it up as central as I can, and that will now act as a closure for that envelope flap. Okay, so now I'm going to continue embellishing the rest of it. And what I did was I did stamp out this sentiment, which I love. A lot of the stamps have got different sentiments, and I keep going back to the Bella and Friends, which is the one with the dog and the little doggy one. I don't have it to hand, I do apologise. And I love this sentiment, and then it's just the right size to use the that I've forgotten the name of again, that one. They used to call it the word window, and they've changed it, so I keep forgetting what it's called. And so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to ink it just to soften those edges. Try as I might and remember all of the names of things, once I get on a video my mind goes blank. But if anybody sees anything and they think, oh, I really like that, and you can't find it, just shoot me a quick message. It's not a problem, either on here or go find me on Facebook. There are links in my about page to my social media, links to my Stampin' Up, everything. So now I'm going to, again, I'm going to stick this on dimensionals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one in half and attach to the back of this sentiment stamp. For me, the decorating of a project is as enjoyable as creating it, because I think the more effort you put in, the prettier a very simple little project can be. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some butterflies, and this is using this one, Papillon Potpourri. And I'm using this small stamp here, which is like a floral print. And again, I'm using Pink Pirouette, I do apologise. Pink Pirouette. Now, I have also purchased, where is it? There we go. The small butterfly punch, so that if I stamp those out, I can line up the exact right size. I just need to get the larger one. It's on my wish list. So that's what I've used. So I'm just going to put that on my ink block, and I'm just going to stamp out, I think I used 2. Again, I'm going to use this scrap cardstock here that I've been practicing on. There we go. It's really, really subtle colour, but it's ever so pretty. I love it. So there we go. I can move my ink out of the way now. Bring that back in, move that out of the way, and get my punch. And just really carefully line that up. They're really easy to line up. It's not difficult at all. I just need to cut that off because I won't be able to get to it. I can move that out of the way now. Oh, have I left myself enough room? I haven't really left myself enough room. Oh, blimey. I've done that before. When you're stamping a small thing, make sure you leave enough room to get your punch in. Oh dear, I'll do it here instead. There we go. Easy done. When you're a novice, it's easy done. And just punch. Move that out of the way now. Put that down there. And I did put these on mini glue dots. Now what I did was, I did just slightly, again, the more effort you put in, the better something will look. So I just slightly curled the wings with my pokey tool and then bent it. You might think it doesn't make any difference, but it just gives those butterflies a little bit of shape rather than being flat. We don't want flat. Flat embellishments are a little bit dull, aren't they? So if you can give it a little bit of shape, and then we're going to put it on with a glue dot, and I just put one there, and although they look like they might blend into the paper, they don't when I finish, because you know I always like to go that little bit extra. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my Wink of Stella, and I've got the gold one, and I am obsessed with this stuff. It's brilliant. It's so easy to use, and it's just gives a lovely, subtle, not tacky at all, a really subtle shimmer to anything, and I'm painting it on everything at the moment. I love it. I need to order myself another one. You really can't go wrong with these. They're brilliant. And then what I did was I just very gently did the heads of the butterflies, ladybirds or ladybugs or whatever you call them, and the spots as well. Just makes it just pop a little bit extra. And the little dots, like so. You know, just because it's just a simple little envelope to hold just a small little item doesn't mean you can't make a big effort. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put some of the Jewel Basic rhinestones just in the centre of the butterflies. Even though I put glitter on, you can never have too much sparkle. And then when somebody receives it, you know, it's going to look really, really nice. And it's going to show that you've put effort in, a little bit of effort, extra effort in. Just push that down. And then I did just add one to there as well. Oops, shove it over a bit. There we go. And there we go. That is now ready for my fragrance sachet, which actually smells really nice. These are jasmine. So this will probably go out to one of my customers. I think that's an awesome little gift. Using all Stampin' Up products. Give it a try. I hope it's inspired you and shown you some of the products and how pretty the Subtles range Pink Pirouette colour is, and different ways of using your stamps and punches. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.